Now let's meet tonight's starting lineup. First for the Mavericks, 6'3" junior, number 12, Ian McCabe.
Welcome back to our coverage of the KC Metro Mavericks versus the Olathe Northwest Ravens. We're getting set to go for the boys game tonight. We are excited is an understatement for sure. Right now we're doing the starting lineups. We've just seen Chris Martinez.
6'5" senior, number 11, Chase Franks.
And now Chase Franks, a big impact player for the Ravens, being introduced.
For the Mavericks, a 6'1" freshman, number 24, Cooper Frisbee. For the Ravens, a 5'11" junior, number 12, D. Goree.
5'11" junior, Davrion Goree. He is a part of the SID crew, and he is playing for the basketball team as well. He is a very big component for the basketball team and their primary playmaker. Here we have John Lindsay. He is also a junior. He's one of the 3 juniors that starts this game.
A 5'11" junior, number 22, Christian.
Here we have the 5'11" junior Christian Karlstadt. This is his first game starting this season, and he is a majority shooter for the team. Along with John Lindsay and Chase Franks are the primary shooters in the starting lineup.
So tonight, one big thing to look for from the Ravens. Over the break, they were at Shawnee Mission Northwest. They came out in a 2-3 zone that was really, really effective. Now, Shawnee Mission Northwest doesn't really have the personnel to get into the lane and battle, which is where the Ravens kind of struggle. It helps them if the opposing team doesn't have a big, imposing post player. So the Ravens being able to set up in a 2-3 zone, and the fact that the Cougars did not shoot the ball very efficiently helped out the Ravens big time.
For the win-loss percentage of this week's game, we have the Mavericks coming in at a 56% win ratio, and the Ravens coming in at a quarter win ratio. Chase Franks with the tip.
And the Ravens really need a big game here tonight. They need to win bad. They've had a few blowout losses, and it'd be really great to see them get back on track to start off the 19 year.
We'll have to see how this game goes, Jack. John Lindsay with the ball. Pass into Chase Franks. Looking for a pass outside.
Metro Academy's playing some pretty hands-on man defense to start it out. I like to see Chase Franks get the ball in the post early.
Chase Franks, top of the key. Over to Davrion Goree for 3.
Although that shot was a bit short, we don't see D shoot a whole lot, so to see him take that shot is impressive, and it's pretty good to see.
A good rip from Davrion Goree. Can't get that layup to go.
Great hustle.
Saved by by John Lindsay.
Yeah, good hustle from John Lindsay to get that, or give themselves a chance. D just didn't have enough on that finish, but a good aggressive play. Now the Ravens are going to come out in a 2-3 zone. It worked against Shawnee Mission Northwest. They didn't play so much zone against Shawnee Mission West. They got blown out in that one. In this zone, it's really important that they watch the middle of the floor, the free throw line area, and this baseline runner that's going back and forth, number 45, Jack Frisbee.
3 ball by number 24, Cooper Frisbee. That'll put the Ravens down by 3. Score is 0-3.
And that's one weakness of the zone. If the opposing team's feeling it from deep, all of a sudden they get some open looks, they get hot quick.
Goree fakes a shot over to Lindsay.
Right there on that play, Goree had some space off the screen from Karlstadt. Needs to be a little bit more aggressive going to the hole.
Chris Martinez with the 3. We see that a lot, but not as much this season. We saw it a lot last season. He was averaging 3 threes in the total season.
And Chris Martinez is kind of one of those sneaky guys that when you just look at him, you don't really think that he'll make an impact on the game, but if he's feeling it, he can load it up.
Out to number 24, out to 15. Martinez was the good D, but Landon Ream gets the shot to go.
The Mavericks are doing a good job early moving the ball around, making the Ravens move. Now the zone you would think would be a good matchup for them because there's not that many big guys on the floor that they would have to match up with one-on-one. But so far the shooting has been pretty good and Ravens haven't moved quite quick enough.
So the starting lineup is doing pretty good at defending the three and scoring this game so far.
The Olathe schools appreciate Olathe Health Sport Medicine for providing athletic.
If you haven't heard, this isn't your normal high school. These are homeschool kids from Metro Academy. They have signed up for this team, and this team is a good Christian league for the team to play in against high school games, high school teams and others. Gorey bringing the ball up the court. Out to Karlstadt, looking for a pass. Gorey into Franks. Franks with a nice lay-in.
Yeah, good cut to the basket by Franks and a better find by Gorey to get the layup.
We're going to have to see a lot of that this game because Metro Academy has been locking up on the three-point line.
And that shot by Frisbee right there, that's tough to guard, especially when he comes in at 6'4". If he's going to elevate from the baseline, it's difficult to guard.
Out to Lindsay. Frank's looking for a shot. Nothing but net, and he gets that shot to go. 4-2. And the Ravens are now down by 1.
If Franks is feeling his jump shot, he becomes a dangerous player. He can play in the post, and he can shoot it from outside a little bit.
Franks with a foul. There's going to be a substitution. Number 0, Sam Supernaut's going to come in for number 11, John Lindsay. Mavericks ball. Out to Ream. Over to Frisbee. Can't get that one to go, but there's a foul called.
Metro Academy is doing a really good job of moving the ball around. They're making quick passes. No one is holding it for more than a few seconds. The ball's not sticking with any singular player, and that's making the Raven defense move a lot.
Number 12, Ian McTavish, at the line for 2.
Substitution for the Ravens, number 15, John Macy.
Franks is going to come over to the bench with 2 fouls. It's a little early for that.
Couldn't get either of those to go. D is slowing the game down. Listen to the coach for the play. Martinez over to Lindsay. Back out to Karlstadt. Lindsay with the ball. Gorey into Supernaut. Supernaut can't get that one to go, gets blocked, and Lindsay gets the rebound but can't get the putback to go either.
If the ball rolls in there, it's a great play by Lindsay to follow.
Top of the key. Fakes it 3. A little travel right there. Refs called that instantly.
Yeah, and on that possession, the Ravens did a great job of moving side to side. They didn't get caught relaxing or getting beat over to the ball.
The Ravens are playing a lot better than we've seen in past games this game.
And I mean, the zone, I think the zone works for them. I think they struggle with some matchups sometimes down low, and then all of a sudden it creates a mismatch, and they're getting beat by one guy. This zone kind of alleviates that pain.
There you see Supernaut doing what he does best, getting inside and breaking the defenders down. I like seeing that from him. Ooh, what could have been a foul there doesn't go that team's way. Inside, brick shot.
Good
Gorey
defense there by
down.
Supernaut to chase down Frisbee.
Gorey looks for Zayd Dejani, but can't get that to go.
I like the idea, although it created a turnover. Looking deep wasn't a bad idea.
Shot by number 24, Cooper Frisbee. The free ball goes.
And he's only a freshman. He's shooting the ball well. That's his second three tonight. When the zone breaks down, he could be a problem.
Lindsay with the ball. Looks for a pass to Supernaut up top. Supernaut with the screen. He is wide open. Dejani looks for a shot. Over to Lindsay. Lindsay gets that one to go. A tough layup, but still ignores all the defense and gets it to go.
I like the aggressive move there. Didn't use the screen, but used it to set up his man.
Up top, number 15, Landon Reeb. Reeb seems to be running the show as the primary playmaker for this team. Very quick with his dribble, and he can get a lot of passes to go. Like I was saying, a fake out to the corner.
Good box out there by John Lindsay, drawing the over the back. One thing that I've noticed, Metro Academy is doing a lot of movement down in the corners. They're just switching guys. They're not really setting screens. They don't need to. It's a zone. Instead, they're just switching position, trying to confuse some of the guards out in the corners.
Corey bringing the ball up the court. Skip pass to D.
Metro Academy coming out in the zone here.
Inside to Supernaut. Supernaut gets that one to go. A roll at the rim, but it still goes in.
And against the 2-3 zone, that's the kind of positioning you're looking for. You want to get the ball into the high post and let a player like Supernaut, who's athletic, can control the ball on his own, do some work.
Supernaut has 4 points now. I hope to see him scoring a lot more this game. Another 3 attempt. Rebound by Christian Karlstadt. Pass into Supernaut. Supernaut finds the bucket, but can't get that one to go.
I like the aggressive move, but he had Dejani in the corner wide open.
We see that a lot with this team. We've seen it from Sam many times. The pick and roll action is a great asset for him. Layup attempt failed.
Some great defense from the Ravens right there to take us to the end of the first quarter. They weren't going to give up an easy three. They played some tough D. It was a solid first quarter from the Ravens. I liked what we saw on offense. They did a good job of incorporating lots of players. The only bad thing, I think, was Chase Franks picking up 2 fouls so early on.
That's right, Jack. It might be a blessing in disguise. This team is playing a lot better right now. They have 13 points at the end of the first quarter. That's a big step up from the last home game we saw, which they only had 8 points. They scored 8 points in the at the end of the second quarter. Maybe tonight's going to be different, Jack.
Hopefully so.
Beginning of the second quarter, Mavericks bring the ball up the court. Pass inside, bounces off of his leg. Dejani passing it over to Gorey.
And as we enter the second quarter, I don't think we've seen a different lineup from Metro Academy yet this game. I think the same 5 have been out there this whole time.
No subs might put a lot of fatigue on that team. Ooh, a tough finish by Dejani. Can't get it to go, but Lindsay with the putback, and it goes in.
And he's really good on the offensive boards. He's already collected a few tonight.
Scrappy John Lindsay getting them offensive rebounds is a great asset for the Ravens to have. He is definitely in there to get them rebounds and to get the steals on the defensive side too.
The Ravens have started to bring out their front two guards, Tajani and Martinez. They started to bring them out a little bit towards half court to try to put some pressure on the Mavericks. I don't know if this is the decision they want. If the Mavericks can kind of keep their composure, it just spreads the floor out that much more and creates that much more ground to cover for the Ravens.
No, he won't. That's B's brother. Yeah. Number 12, Ian McTavish, in for the line. At the line, he can't get either of those to go. Again. Supernaut fakes a shot. D looks into Supernaut. Supernaut with a nice layup. He now has 6 points.
That great flash there from number 0, getting into the paint.
Outside, top of the key, 3-point attempt. Can't get that one to go. Supernaut with the defensive rebound. Gorey bringing the ball up the court on the fast break. Dejani is wide open for a shot, but Gorey fakes it the other way. Supernaut with the 3 attempt. Completely airballs it. Lindsay with that offensive rebound. Can't get that one to go. Martinez with the defensive effort. Outside, 3-point attempt. Gets that one to go.
That's what's dangerous about this Metro Academy team when they're moving the ball quickly, moving it around from both the post to the wings. All of a sudden, Cooper Frisbee gets open in the corner, and he's got an easy 3.
The Ravens are still up 17-14. This is a good thing to see from the Ravens. If they're up all game, they will definitely win it. By the transitive property. I think so. We have a big crowd out here tonight. Seen a lot of school pride with the gray. Welcome back. Chris Martinez bringing it up the court. We are almost halfway through the second quarter. The score is 17-14 Ravens. Gorey at the top of the key. Gorey into Supernaut. Supernaut finds Karlstad outside. Hands it off to Martinez. Ooh, Martinez loses the defender. Can't get the layup to go, but Supernaut with his 8-point on a putback.
I like the follow there from Supernaut, being heads up enough to know the ball was in the air and finish it off.
Up top. Tries to get a foul, but can't get that one called. Supernaut with a good defensive effort. Supernaut with another layup. He now has 10 points.
And that spin move to his left side was exactly what he needed to do. They're all expecting him to go right. No one bets on you going to your left side, so good move and good finish.
Sam Supernaut has almost half of the Ravens' points right now.
Substitution for the Ravens, number 13, Jay Sullivan.
Here's a change we haven't seen this year yet. Senior number 13, Jay Sullivan, is now checking into the game. This is his first varsity playing time that he will see in the regular season. It's his first year playing as well. Martinez out to Sullivan. Sullivan finds Gorey. Super not out to Karlstadt. Karlstadt for three. Can't get that one to go. Karlstadt close out, but can't get the defensive effort to go.
A little bit of miscommunication there on the zone. Didn't really have anybody there in the corner. Karlstadt scrambled to recover, but it was too late.
Karlstadt up top. Finds Sullivan. Screen by Soley. Gorey at the top of the key. A nice cut by Martinez, but he gets his attempt swat.
I was going to say, I like the play call from the Ravens there. That little backdoor cut off the screen is a great move.
And one by Davrion Gorey.
They're going to call that one on the floor, but I like seeing D aggressive. We don't see it very often. He doesn't look to score most of the time. He's kind of the facilitator for the Ravens, but it was a good move there. Try to get to the rim.
Out to Karlstadt. Setting the play back up. Martinez with the ball. Elbow. Supernaut out to Karlstadt. Davrion with the ball. Looks for the pass.
One thing I do like about this Ravens offense is that most of the time they're never content to settle. They're going to look for the shot that they want. If they don't get it, they're perfectly willing to set a play back up. Right now they're looking for a way to beat this zone, and that's the way to do it.
Ooh. The ball is going the Mavericks' way this time.
Yeah, and even though that shot didn't fall for Supernaut, that's exactly what they want. They want that ball right inside the paint, close to the elbow. That's where the hole is.
We're looking at a different lineup for the Ravens. John Lindsay is now in, and so is Zayd Dejani. Inside pass goes straight out of bounds.
Once again, JL bringing some heat on the defensive side. That hustle kind of made it difficult for Jack Frisbee to control the pass.
Gorey bringing the ball up the court. Davrion has not seen the bench yet today.
And there's a reason for it. He is the facilitator. There's very, very rare occasions when he doesn't bring the ball up.
He's definitely the leader of this team right now. Out to Lindsay. Dejani with the three. Can't get that one to go. Fast break Mavericks. Fakes a shot outside to number 15. Landon Ream. Ream with the ball. Into number 42. Brogan Vanderpool. Ream with the layup attempt. Swatted by John Lindsay. Gorey on the fast break. Shot. Can't get that one to go. Supernaut getting very scrappy. And so is Lindsay with the offensive rebounds today.
One thing I have liked, although some of the shots haven't fallen, the Ravens that aren't usually so aggressive have done a really good job of taking the shots they should take. It's good to see Chase Franks back in the game. It's a good look to see both Supernaut and Franks on the floor. They bring a little height and kind of stretch the floor.
Ravens ball. Nice pass by Gorey to Franks. Lindsay can't get the layup to go. Mavericks on the fast break. Inside. Franks with the defensive effort.
He's playing with 2 fouls, but that's about the best you can do there. Throw your hands straight up in the air and not be moved easy.
They're going to hold this ball for the last shot. Holding the ball still. There's 15 seconds left in the second quarter, the first half. Into Franks. Franks airballs the layup attempt.
That's not exactly what you're looking for when you hold for the last shot. But, I mean, a good first half from the Ravens. We saw a pretty strong defensive outing from them. So that's about all you can ask for. Keep yourself in the game.
All right, we're going to send this over to our sideline reporter, Quentin Talbert. Quentin Talbert, what do you have to say?
Hello Ravens, it's Quentin Talbert here reporting to you. The Ravens are currently winning 21-19. They are absolutely dominating the box inside, but they're giving up a lot of threes, so they need to work on the outside defense a little bit more, but the fast breaks are looking good. The 2 posts are the lead scorers, John Lindsay and Sam Supernaut, and that's all I got for you today. Signing out.
You heard it first from our sideline reporter, Quentin Talbert.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment.
We'll be right back after the break. Make sure to stay tuned to watch the drill team perform. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second half.
And welcome back to the Ravens game against the Metro Academy Mavericks. Gorey bringing the ball up the court. Oh, turnover Ravens. Layup attempt failed. Franks with the rebound.
And the nice thing is that's the first turnover of the night for the Ravens. Usually turnovers end up being what plagues their offensive production, but that's the first one tonight. It's kind of nice to see it in the second half for the first time.
Ooh, Gorey in for an open layup. Can't get that to go. Ooh. Mavericks with the defensive rebound. Lindsay with the strip. Ooh, nice save by John Lindsay.
Good transition deep by the Ravens. It's nice to see them get back, hustle, and create a turnover.
Almost fell there. Lindsay with the ball. Looks for a wide open Christian Karlstadt. Gets the two-point jumper to go.
And good job by John Lindsay to stay under control and make sure that he wasn't going to lose the ball when he got doubled. He found his open teammate for 2 points.
Top of the key. Inside. Skip pass. Top of the key. Pull up brick.
One dangerous play we saw there is Jack Frisbee caught the ball down in the post and Chase Franks left him. He had to make Karlstadt come over from the corner to cover him. That's Chase's assignment there.
Ooh, turnover Ravens again. That is their second turnover in the second half. We didn't see many turnovers from the Ravens in the first half. Now we've already seen 2. Foul called. Foul's going to be called on number 1, senior Chris Martinez.
That's just not a great foul to pick up. I mean, the jump shot wasn't really contested up top by Chase Franks. It was easily 12 feet away from the basket.
We see the band going crazy over there. One for one. He will be shooting another.
And although it seems like the Ravens have done a really good job in this ball game, it's still tight at 23-20. The 3-point attempts from the Mavericks have kind of kept them in it.
Especially having 3 by number 24, Cooper Frisbee, the freshman for the Mavericks. Gorey over to wide open Christian Karlstadt. He gets a 3 to go. That will be his second jumper made. He now has 5 points in the game. Like to see a lot more of that from him, as he is a primary shooter for the team.
And that's a rare quick bucket from the Ravens. Rarely do they get a shot up that fast.
Karlstadt with the defensive rebound. Gorey bringing it up on the fast break. Out to another wide open Christian Karlstadt for another 3. That is his 8th point and his 3rd bucket.
Number 22's heating up here. Just hit the hot hand. The Ravens coming out of the half, pushing the ball a little bit. We haven't seen that a lot.
Inside. Gets the layup to go. Number 4. Number 45, Jack Frisbee.
Metro Academy's finally figured out how to beat this zone. The Ravens are coming up on the guards are coming out. They're punching the ball into the free throw line and finding the post man down low.
Wide open Chase Franks misses the jumper. Looks like he stepped out of bounds, but ref saw it differently.
And number 12, Ian McTavish, is like the key to this offense right here. Look, he's wide open at the free throw line. He can dump it off to any of his players because the Ravens all collapse on his position when he catches the ball.
Substitution for the Ravens.
Possession will go to the Ravens. Substitution Ravens. Zay Dejani is going to come in for senior Chris Martinez, a freshman swapping for a senior. You see that a lot this year from Coach Grove.
And Zay Dejani is one of the players that I think deserves a little bit more playing time on this roster. He performs every single time he's on the court. And despite only being a freshman, he seems to have some of the most experience or the calmest player on the floor at times.
That's right, Jack. He used to play for the best team, or he still does play for the best team one of the best teams in the country, top 5 in the country. And now he's bringing his experience to the Ravens. He's going to be a great asset for the Ravens team in the upcoming years.
See, the issue with the Ravens zone right now, the guards, both Dejani and Goree are playing way too high, way too close to the three-point line. It's making Chase Franks come up towards the free throw line to guard McTavish. So when Supernaut goes down into the corner, or when Karlstadt goes out of the corner, it leaves Jack Frisbee wide open. All of their points in this half have come from that pass into the post.
Lane violation.
Substitution for the Ravens.
He's going to be shooting another. Franks talking to Coach. Coach looks a little frustrated right now.
I mean, Chase is kind of being left out to dry. He's supposed to guard both McTavish at the free throw line and then drop back down to pick up Frisbee. And when Frisbee's catching the ball 2 feet away from the basket in prime position to put one up, Franks oftentimes doesn't have much choice but to foul if he's going to contest.
Karlstadt. Goree at the top of the key. Finds Supernaut. Supernaut with the layup attempt. Can't get that one to go.
That patience that we talked so much about in the first half for the Ravens has not really been showing up. We've seen both Supernaut, Franks, so several players kind of forcing shots.
A nice block by Sam Supernaut. Taunting the Mavericks a little bit. Shaking his head in a way. Top of the key. Here we see the same play over and over again. A continuous play with the Mavericks getting into the paint and getting fouls called for them.
Yeah, the Ravens just need to switch something up. They need to go to man or change something, because right now the zone is looking pretty ineffective. The Mavericks have come out of halftime being able to find all the gaps. They set Frisbee down along the baseline, moving back and forth. They're finding open space down there, and McTavish is just operating around the free throw line. There he cut from the free throw line to the basket for an easy 2.
Dejani passing to Lindsay, top of the key. Karlstadt with the ball out to Goree. Goree with the shot, can't get that one to fall.
And now we've seen it twice tonight. Goree pulls up, just doesn't have quite enough oomph on the ball.
3-point attempt, gets that one to fall. Putting the Mavericks up by 2.
And that's how this Metro Academy team gets so dangerous so quick. They've got some guys that can shoot it from the outside, but the way the Ravens are operating in this zone, there's some holes down low too, so it just doesn't seem like the Ravens are going to stop them right now.
Primary scorers for the Ravens right now are junior Sam Supernaut and junior Christian Karlstadt. Karlstadt has 2 threes and a 2-point attempt that went in. And he also has a couple defensive rebounds. Supernaut has been making a great effort inside the paint to get the defensive and offensive rebounds. He definitely has made it go his way on the glass tonight.
And you have to wonder why Christian Karlstadt hasn't had very many touches in the last few possessions. He hit 8 straight points with a baseline jumper and then 2 threes from the exact same spot. You have to wonder why they're not trying to set him up for something.
Ravens possession. Dejani. Goree bringing the ball up the court. Supernaut. Open layup and gets that one to go. That is his 12th point of the night.
Ravens are switching up their defense. They're going to go man-to-man. But Goree gets absolutely smoked.
Basket by Landon Reed.
Goree bringing the ball to court. Goree fakes the three, and then fakes a pass and gets a nice floater in the paint for 2. That'll tie the game. Foul called on number 0, Sam Supernaut.
And now you can see why the Ravens were a bit hesitant to go into the man-to-man as opposed to the zone. It's just looking like the Mavericks are a step quicker than these Ravens, especially players like Reem. They've gotten even some of the most agile players like Goree off the dribble.
Here we have the first sophomore coming into the game. Number 23, Ethan Kemp. He has seen some playing time this year, and hopefully we see him getting more playing time as he is a great post player and a good guard. He can play almost every position on the court. Lindsay out to Kemp. Goree bringing it in. Kemp with the wide open 3. Can't get that one to go. A nice block by Ethan Kemp into Zijani. A good lay-in too.
Great possession there by the Ravens. Ethan Kemp plays some fantastic post defense and then has the awareness to get it up to Dijani for a layup.
Back to the Ravens, number 1, Chris Martinez, number 0, Sam Supernaut.
Supernaut going back in for Kemp.
And a good, quick, minute-long burst there from Kemp. It was exactly what the Ravens needed.
Score is 35-33. Ravens up. Coming to an end in the 3rd quarter. Ravens are probably going to hold this for the last shot. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Let's hope they get a better look than they did last time the clock was winding down. Just to start moving to the basket.
Foul called on freshman Zay Dijani.
And once again, the Ravens walk away at the end of a quarter not getting what they want. It's almost as if they don't start moving quite fast enough.
There's a little delay in their game right now. A nice block by junior Sam Supernaut, making sure that the Mavericks don't get any more points in the 3rd quarter. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter, in fact. We're going to go to a commercial. We're going to take this.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for the 4th quarter.
Welcome back to the Ravens 4th quarter action. today we have seen the Ravens play 3 quarters, and the score is 35-33.
One thing the Ravens need to continue to do in the 4th quarter is play solid defense. They've done a pretty good job. They've gotten beat on a few possessions, but overall they've played pretty aggressive.
Play-up attempt, he gets that one to go. Franks passing into Gorey. Gorey bringing the ball up the court.
And unfortunately, Chase Franks can't play quite the aggressive defense he probably needs to. He's got into a little bit of foul trouble. I think he has 3 to this point.
Franks top of the key, finds Gorey.
Foul called on number 15, Landon Reed, his second.
Foul called on number 15, Landon Reed. It's his second. Franks went for a screen, and Reed just busted through that screen. Franks is now subbing out. Out to Supernaut, wide open. Martinez in the corner, can't get that one to fall.
Good shot there by the Ravens, wide open. Chris Martinez, you can't ask for much more there.
A travel called.
And it looks like this is going to be an interesting game here for the Ravens. We really haven't seen them have a tight one coming down to the last few minutes. With 7 minutes left, the score is tied. Most of their games have been decided by more than 10 points, so we'll see how Ravens handle the pressure situation.
Martinez top of the key. We see this play over and over again. A handoff to Sam Supernaut, and then he hands it right back off to the guard at the top. Martinez with the ball, out to Gorey.
The Ravens have gone back to playing patient offense, looking for a shot they want.
Ooh, a nice block by number 45, Jack Frisbee.
Hey, great move there by D. Gorey. Any other player on the floor going up in the air to contest that, that's a bucket for D. Unfortunately, he picked the tallest guy to go up against, and the wingspan just got the better of him.
Number 45, Frisbee with the three-point shot.
Frisbee, timeout, Metro Academy.
And when your big man can go out to the three-point line and knock down a 3 like that, I mean, it's kind of tough to guard. I think the Ravens need to go back to Sam Supernaut on the offensive end. He seems to be what's kept their production alive a little bit. Let's see if they can work through him. Hopefully he can get aggressive. What I'd really like to see is him to catch the ball about the free throw line, face up, and see what he can do.
Put him in an isolation setting, and he's making that work most of the time. And especially with junior D. Gorey, he can do that a lot of the times too.
And it's because he's so athletic. I mean, he has the 6'4" frame, but he moves like one of the guards, and he can blow by somebody if he needs to, but then near the basket, he can body them up a little bit. So hopefully Chase Franks can get back in the game for an extended period of time, find some rhythm. Sam can continue to show up.
Sam Supernaut does have a wingspan of 6'8".
Yeah, and the Ravens are going to need the offensive production if they're going to close out this game. Right now they're chasing 3 with about 6 minutes left.
Ravens possession. Gorey bringing the ball up the court. He has not seen the bench yet this entire game. I think he will go the entire game without subbing out. Frank's top of the key over to Martinez. Soup looking for a pass. Gorey with the and one bucket. He's going to go to the line for 1.
Great cut there by Gorey. He saw that Supernaut was in trouble. He went to the basket, picked up the and 1.
points he shot? 15. Mavericks bring the ball up the court.
There's 5.5 minutes left. The Ravens are still chasing one. They need to play some solid defense here.
Frisbee with the bucket. We've seen 6 solid points from him.
And Frisbee's got to be the toughest player on the floor to defend. His younger brother, the freshman, he's knocked down some nice three-pointers, but number 45, with the length and the height that he has to his advantage and that kind of jump shot, it's just tough to guard.
Franks with a nice post hook. Looking a little bit like Kareem.
Absolutely, and he just needs some playing time. He hasn't had consistent minutes at all tonight because of the foul trouble. Once he kind of hits his groove, he gets dangerous down in the post.
I couldn't agree with you more, Jack. Top of the key. Over to Reed. Inside. Got him off the ground. Can't get that one to go. That's a little bit like an everything but play, Jack. Got the player in the air, but couldn't get the shot to go.
And he got an unlucky bounce off the rim because Frisbee had position inside and the bounce went long, bailed the Ravens out.
Super not top of the key. Franks with another post hook, hits the side of the backboard and can't get that one to go. He's shaking his head a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't mess him up any bit. Ooh. A tough finish and can't get that one to go. Gorey, top of the key.
Ball, possession to the Ravens.
Possession to the Ravens. Super not. Went for a layup, but got swiped.
And that's not exactly what you want. When we come down to the wire here late in the game, you want the possession arrow pointing in your direction. The last thing you want is a jump ball to go the other way and determine the game for you.
Karlstadt, top of the key. Out to Gorey. Gorey, top of the key.
Metro Academy back in the zone.
Supernaut goes for the layup and gets fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2.
Both Supernaut and Franks are starting to force it a little bit down there on that right block. They're trying to go through 2 defenders.
Looks like Sam hurt his finger on that layup attempt. Maybe he got fouled a little harder than we thought.
Luckily, though, it looks like he's messing with his left hand instead of his shooting hand.
That's right. It did somehow mess up his shot, though.
Especially coming down to the wire. We have just under 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. This is when free throws start to become important.
Missed both of those.
And that's
Mavericks possession.
That's just a missed opportunity from the Ravens. They walk away with no points.
Inside. Gorey bringing the ball up the court on a fast break. Supernaut. Back out to Gorey. Gorey with the mid-range shot. Gets that one to go. Splash.
And that's the shot we like to see from Gorey. He finally got it to go, and when he's that open.
Top of the key, over to the corner. Setting up a play. Gets stripped, and possession will go back to the Mavericks. Out to the corner, wide open shot by number 15, but he can't get that one to go. Frank's looking for the point guard to pass to. Outlet pass by Franks to Gorey. Gorey bringing the ball up the court. Lindsay has the ball.
With 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
inside to Franks, gets it stripped, but Butterfingers lets it go.
And that was a lucky break there from the Ravens. They're only up 1. Every turnover becomes an issue from this point forward.
Carlstadt was wide open in the corner. He was calling for it, but they did not give it to him. It's a shame. Lindsay into Supernaut. Timeout on the floor, charged to Olathe Northwest.
I think it's a good call from Coach Grove. He has some timeouts to spare, and he's going to want to set up a play here for the Ravens. There's 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Because you have the lead, you're not trying to rush a shot. You're just trying to get something to go in the hole. So definitely want to set up a play, try to make something happen. If not, dribble it back out, set up something else.
That's right, Jack. And the score being what it is, 1 minute 43 seconds, like you said, 41-40. That is a tough scoring game right now. And the Ravens can't get anything to go. They need to.
And I mean, because the Mavericks can shoot the ball so well from outside with multiple guys, both Frisbee boys can knock down a 3 if they need to. So, like, just a 1-point lead doesn't really do it to this point. You really need to get at least a 2-pointer in the hole if you're the Ravens, so that the dagger from deep doesn't kill you.
The Ravens need to take it away right now, or else they're going to be hurt, especially with the defensive side. If they don't D up on the 3-point perimeter, they're not going to win this game.
And they've played pretty decent defense to this point. They've kind of just been hurt by open threes.
And the fouls called on senior Chase Franks. If he was in the game a lot more, I think the game would be a lot less close.
You're right. It's probably a different ball game down low. If Chase hadn't picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter, he can play defense a little bit more aggressively. He can go after blocks. He can body Jack Frisbee down low a little bit harder. But being what it is, the Ravens are going to look to score off the inbounds play here.
It's going to be the Ravens' possession. Junior Davrion Gorey has yet to sub out of the game. Gorey at the top of the key. He is definitely our playmaker of the team.
And a little bit disappointing there to see Coach Grove not draw anything better up off the inbound.
Franks was wide open in the paint, but they could not get the ball to him. Foul called on number 45, Jack Frisbee. He was definitely fouling Sam Supernaut, but the refs weren't calling it until it got real rough.
And the Mavericks still have plenty of time to give, so what they're going to try to do, they're going to try to get steals off the inbound pass. They're not going to let the Ravens run around too long. They're just going to want to get a foul in because they have plenty of time. They want to stop the clock.
Supernaut looks for John Lindsay.
It looks like the Ravens are wasting time. Maybe not the best decision. Every time they inbound the ball, it creates potential for a turnover and an easy layup.
That is the second foul in 2 possessions for the Mavericks. They have 5 fouls team-wise.
Yet they still have 2 to give.
Ooh. Gorey breaks off his defender and looks for a pass.
I'm really not liking the decision to hold the ball.
It's making me really nervous, Jack.
It creates too many opportunities for a steal 2 points, because at this point a layup beats you. So if the Mavericks get out into transition, you're going to have a problem. So the Mavericks are going to call a timeout here. They're going to try to set something up to try to create a steal. I don't like the odds for the Ravens to control the ball for the next minute. There's exactly 1 minute left on the clock in the fourth quarter.
And we're also seeing how aggressive Metro Academy is playing right now. They have 3 fouls in the last 3 possessions. If the Ravens somehow manage to hold on to this ball, I will be very surprised. And if they can keep it going, 1 point up, I will also be surprised.
the last thing you want is a steal to come off an inbounds play, and the Ravens are bringing, or the Mavericks are bringing lots of pressure. For example, 15 Landon Ream, he is all over D as soon as the inbounds play begins, and he almost got a steal on the last one.
A good thing to mention is the substitution method for the Metro Academy. They have yet to sub. They have subbed once, but they do have their starting lineup in.
I'd like to see the Ravens look to score here off this inbounds play. They still have a minute left, plenty of time to get back on the board.
Foul call to number 45, Jack Frisbee, his second, team seventh.
Another foul called. That's a team 7th foul. If they get 3 more, they'll be in the bonus. They are in the bonus, 1 for 1.
Supernaut at the line shooting a 1-1.
Supernaut needs to hit both free throws here.
Can't get that one to go. Franks with the offensive rebound.
And Chase Franks makes just about the clutchest play of the game.
That was called on number 15.
Him hauling in that rebound completely changes the game. He needs to hit some free throws here because at this point the Mavericks are getting the ball back only down 1 point. Even a layup beats the Ravens.
Supernaut shooting the free throw. He gets that one to go. 1 for 1, he will shoot another. Ravens are now up by 2.
And at this point, you almost have to wonder if the Ravens are willing to foul twice to send the Mavericks to the line, try to get the ball back, as opposed to let the dagger beat him from deep.
I don't know what they're going to choose. Can't get that one to go. Oh, Lindsay with the strip almost gets it.
Coach going with the no foul. He's saying no threes. You almost have to wonder if you'd like to put somebody like number 12, McTavish, to the line.
Ooh, gets that one to go.
Tie ball game, 35 seconds left. The clock's still rolling. Grove's going to take a timeout with 29 seconds left. He's going to take a full timeout. Right here, Grove needs to draw up something to get points on the board and then foul. The last thing you want is a three-pointer to go up and beat you. At the very least, if you foul, they have to make 2 free throws and you get 1 and 1. Gives the Ravens a chance to get the ball back, and at the very least, you can't get beat by a three-pointer. The worst they can do is tie at the free throw line. Only issue, the Ravens only have 5 fouls. They'd have to foul twice.
.30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Very close game, 42-42. The Ravens are going to have to do something to get this game going.
And the Mavs are no longer going to foul. That was just trying to get the ball back. Now they're going to make the Ravens beat them with a score.
Inbounds pass to Chris Martinez. Martinez has been on the bench for quite a long time.
I don't like the Ravens holding the ball. They're going to try to hold for the last shot, and we've seen how that's gone so far tonight.
Ooh, foul by number 45, Jack Frisbee. That will be his 3rd or 4th.
You know what? I actually don't mind that decision there. I mean, Sam Supernaut has only made 1 free throw tonight. He's yet to go 2 for 2, and at the very least, the Mavs are going to get the ball back down 2 points.
Hurting his hand has definitely done something to his shot, because I have seen him make more than 2 free throws in a row.
And now the Ravens are in trouble. We got a tie ball game, 15 seconds left. Hands up.
Yes!
And with 2 seconds left, the Mavs pick up a foul. Christian Karlstedt's going to go to the line. Somehow the Ravens have walked away from the worst possible situation. Seemingly okay. Karlstadt's gonna get 2 shots. There's still 2 seconds on the clock. He makes both, and the Mavs are gonna call a timeout, set something up. The play here is to make the first one, miss the second, try to get the clock to run out.
Yes, there is the first free throw made. He will shoot another.
Now here's what you want. You need Karlstadt to miss.
Out on the floor, charge to Olathe Northwest. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Grove is going to talk to his players right here. What you want Karlstadt to miss, and you're trying to get a tip. You're trying to get the ball up in the air and try to let the 2 seconds expire before the Mavs have a chance to put one up.
I have no words for what's going on right now. I have not seen the Ravens play this good to this day.
No,
and honestly, hopefully we can get them to play this good.
And honestly,
later.
It shouldn't even be in this situation. Coach Grove has kind of dug his boys a hole here. He's put them in pretty much the toughest situation. They haven't made free throws, number one. The Ravens have to knock down free throws late game if they want to win, especially in tight ones like this. And then Coach Grove kind of coached them out of the opportunity to hold on to the game. Instead of fouling and preventing a shot, he let Jack Frisbee put the works on Sam Supernaut and get 2 easy points to tie it up.
Christian Karlstadt shooting 1-on-1.
And continuing on the coaching issues, he had them hold the ball with a minute left instead of going for the points that he needed to secure the game.
Ooh, rebound by John Lindsay, and that's going to be the game, 43-42. This is going to be Olathe Northwest's first home game win.
Best possible outcome from that free throw. We knew he was going to miss it. We wanted a tip in the air. Instead, John Lindsay brings it down, secures the win for the Ravens, 43-42. We just had a nail biter.
That's going to be the end of the game. Thank you for watching.
For August Berthold and the rest of the SI.